What's up, my crypto legends? The price of Bitcoin dropped almost 10% in the last 24 hours. Is this extremely bearish, or is this just a healthy corrective move? Now, we did liquidate all of those long positions with high leverage. This is, for me, a healthy corrective move. However, if we do break this support that we are going to talk about in this episode, we are likely going to go down to $38,000 and below. However, we'll be talking about the resistance zones that if we do break, we are going to create new yearly highs. We'll be talking about a very disturbing chart, which is the dollar index, as we are hitting a resistance. However, if we break solidly this level, this ain't going to be looking good for stocks and also for Bitcoin and crypto. We do have major news this week that we need to be paying attention on Tuesday and Wednesday. My long positions on altcoins have been stopped out, most of them at break even, but this is why it is important that we need to lock those profits. Still have a few longs on some altcoins, but overall taking profits as we do go up and protecting our capital. We'll be going through this in today's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode. Now, the price of Bitcoin, major drop in the last 24 hours. We were expecting something like this to happen at some point. This is why we need to be very defensive with our trading setups. Now, most of my altcoins have been stopped out at break even, but overall, I still have a few of them. But just to make you understand, the profits have been taken already. This is something that we need to be aware of. There is going to be a point where Bitcoin is going to get that major crash, and altcoins will also get a severe drop. Now, still protected here, taken most of the profits, looking at QNT, looking at also Acropolis. We need to take those profits, guys, and be very defensive, because once Bitcoin gets a major corrective move, then obviously those altcoins will as well. And I want my people to be defensive and take those profits on the way up. Remember, if you are not trading on any of these exchanges, you do have Mexi and Bybit, a great bonus down below in the description. Now, going here through the price of Bitcoin, what do we need to understand with this major drop? Now, this has been a liquidation event, okay? Open interest is going down drastically, cleaning out, okay, all of this liquidity. And for me, there is still a possibility that we're going to hold this range, because there's a big, major bullish pattern that if we do break the resistance, it's going to be very bullish and new yearly highs will be created. But first of all, let's go through the big support level that we need to hold. As you can see here, this very drastic wick, okay, did manage to hold above this range over here, large consolidation, leaving that high volume node on the volume profile. Now, I want to make you understand that if this level is lost successfully, being the point of control and the value area low of this trading range with significant amount of volume, this ain't going to be looking good for Bitcoin. However, if we do break down with very low volume on the lower time frames, then possibly we're just going to create a higher low, and then we back here inside of the range, off to the races. If we do break solidly that point of control with large amount of volume, of course, we can retest that low right over here. And I would be expecting the price possibly to do so. Now, if we get beneath this level and volume is very, very low and there's no big major move to the downside breaking this zone, then obviously I would expect the price to consolidate at this level and reclaim that point of control from the first week of December right over here. If we do not break down here with a large move breaking down, then obviously I would be expecting a recovery. We would have to get back above that level, and that would be a clear sign of strength, meaning that the price of Bitcoin, the bears are not managing to push down with high volume. And if we do have that volume divergence, which is very likely, because when you have such a large move like this, it could indicate a volume. It is very hard for the price to have this amount of volume breaking through the lows. So there is still a bullish case here, where the price is not going to manage to successfully move down beneath the point of control and this consolidation. and create very low volume, expecting the price here to create a higher low. And if that were to be the case and we reclaim back above value area low and point of control of this trading zone here the first week of December, this is going to be extremely bullish, guys. We need to be ready with our long scenarios, knowing that the bears are not managing to push down below here. The moment we start breaking through, our next major of support is this consolidation that we had from the 2nd and 3rd of December. We created a high volume node. We do have a daily naked point of control at 39,700 range. Of course, there is a possibility in claiming this low, as it is a dead cat bounce, a big major wick. We could be filling that wick and look for a swing failure pattern, double bottom scenario. We'll be analyzing very carefully to see how powerful is that volume here, testing this low to potentially jump into some long trades. Now, of course, there is two cases here. We come down beneath point of control of this range, and if it's going to reclaim above that level and just create a higher low, this is going to be very bullish in my opinion. We'll be analyzing the situation, of course, in the Legends trading community to see if it is worth to get into a long position, or are we going to go to lower levels. We do not reclaim that point of control and get above the level. I would be expecting the price to move lower. And of course, we have that daily naked point of control from this consolidation between the 2nd and 3rd of December. Could be creating here just a fill of the wick, okay, and then come back up, creating that double bottom, and then we're looking for that instant recovery. Now, if you are a more patient guy and want more confirmation, there is an extremely bullish pattern here that could be playing out. Of course, if you start long in here the price of Bitcoin, speculating that this pattern is going to happen in the next coming days, then of course you are at very high risk. This could be a dead cat bounce, and we're going to drop down here to test the lows and maybe even go to lower levels. So this pattern is much better to trade it once you get that confirmation. And I am talking about a bump and run pattern where we do have the lower highs right over here from the yearly high, to this lower high created on the 10th of December. And we can see right over here the possibility with the picture that this is a bump and run scenario, meaning that you do have that consolidation, lower highs, and then create the bump phase with extremely high volume. This is basically a liquidation event. People start getting bearish, see the possibility of Bitcoin going to lower levels, and then you see the price of Bitcoin just consolidating here and getting a recovery till you actually break that resistance here. And then if you do solidly break that level, I personally think that there is a very high chance that new yearly highs are going to be created. So pay attention to this pattern, guys, because once we break that lower high resistance trend line and we start getting above the last higher low, this is going to be a clear sign of strength for me, and I will be looking for Bitcoin to create new yearly highs. So pay attention in the coming days, guys. If I'm not around here doing a quick update or going live on YouTube, pay attention to this bump and run scenario, because there will be time to get into long positions. It doesn't matter not catching the bottom, and it does not matter, okay, entering late. However, if you do enter late here, it is not that late, because it is just a confirmation that we are flipping bullish again and new yearly highs will likely be created, okay? So pay attention to this bullish pattern, guys. This is the bullish pattern that I wanted to talk about. If this is going to be broken in the next 1 to 2 days after the dead cat bounce, the consolidation, and we start to recover, then obviously we'll be seeing a major sign of strength here, getting back above the value area low of this trading zone created from the 5th till the 10th of December. So of course, we get that consolidation, we test the lows again, and we start recovering, breakout of this resistance, getting back above the value area low of this trading zone of the last, 5 to 6 days. That is a clear sign, guys, that we are likely going to create new yearly highs. So pay attention here. There will be some nice long opportunities here with high probability, and just giving us, a confirmation that the bulls are back. Till that doesn't happen, of course, we do have the lower levels here for a possible move down, reclaim about above the point of control from this consolidation. Clear sign of strength, in my opinion. We'll be looking for some potential long opportunities. Not much more has to be said here on Bitcoin. Remember, tomorrow we do have some news. That is core inflation rate, okay? And we also have here on Wednesday, we do have the Fed interest rate decision, all right? Now, we need to be paying close attention to this because the DXY is going to start making some interesting moves. DXY right now, dollar index, is at a major resistance. Remember what we've been talking about the last few weeks on the dollar index, the bearish structure created since late 2022. We can see here that it finally ended right over here as we broke the last lower high in August of this year. Lower highs structure has been broken, creating a higher high. The probabilities in creating a higher low there is there. So right now, where we at here on the DXY is at the point of control from the last 2 years. Getting that resistance, getting that consolidation for the last few days. Yes, possibly we can reject from this level, and that will be good for stocks and Bitcoin, giving the chance, okay, for this major recovery to create new yearly highs. However, we do have the great news tomorrow and Wednesday. CPI, inflation rate, okay, interest rate decisions. Now, if this might turn bullish and we start breaking through here above that point of control, I'm going to say that the higher low is in and the DXY is going to be bullish for the next coming weeks, guys. And this will not be good for Bitcoin and crypto. Crucial level right now. In a nutshell, we get above successfully here this point of control, which is where we at right now. If we do break successfully in the next coming days, I'm going to say that the higher low is in for the DXY, and we got high probability in having some bullish momentum for the dollar index, which will obviously not be good for Bitcoin and crypto, guys. Pay attention. We got that news tomorrow and Wednesday. That is going to be the decision of what the DXY is going to do. If we do get rejected here from point of control, just like we did here in June, then obviously that will be a good sign in the short term, till tomorrow and Wednesday, where we do have the big major news. However, we need to be very cautious. We do still have that big major high volume node, lower high resistance that could turn into support. Higher low here is still a probability on the DXY. So we'll be analyzing very carefully in the next coming days. Not much more to be said, guys. Pay attention to the news. Stay defensive with your trading. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.